for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Lending a hand. Swing right the doors, the time is right. Swing right the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dark for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart and mind. Swing wide the doors of this heart and mind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Asheville, strong.
All right. All right.
Kind of wore you out with all that clapping, right?
All right.
Okay. So welcome to the month of May. We have some new songs again, because that's kind of what we do. This one is called I Believe in the Goodness. The words are on the screen. And it's written by a friend of ours. Actually, it was presented to me by a friend of ours named Leah Morris. She will be here next week. You'll hear more about that. But to give credit, she brought the song and it was written by another friend, Uma McCann. So we're going to sing it along and follow along and join in when you're ready.
I believe in the goodness of you, in the goodness of me, in the goodness of everybody. I believe in the goodness of you, in the goodness of me, in the goodness of everybody. We were born to love, to love, to love. We were born to love, to love, to love. I believe in the goodness of you, in the goodness of me, in the goodness of everybody. I believe in the goodness of you,
Whoa.
in the goodness of me, in the goodness of everybody. We were born to love, to love, to love. We were born to love, to love, to love. I believe in the goodness of you, in the goodness of me, in the goodness of all creation.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for that rousing song, One Voice. Welcome to our Sunday celebration and Asheville Center for Spiritual Living, Asheville Strong. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you for those of you joining us out in the ethers and watching us online. Thank you for participating. We welcome you. Please take out your cell phones and remember to silence them, but you are welcome to take pictures and videos and share on your favorite social media platform. We have lots of great things happening in here. We have some announcements for you today, and there's flyers in the social hall and on the doors. You will also see a list in the window in the foyer. You can take a picture of it so that you'll know what's going on in the next 2 weeks, and you'll have it with you for quick reference. We have a few invitations to share. Today, the Serenity Sound Bath will be happening. Please join Kristen Hillegas to participate in this wonderful infused information of sound and spirituality. It's a very relaxing time. It will be downstairs in the Pisgah Forest Hall, which is across the way in the other building. Next slide. Next Friday night, we get the pleasure of enjoying Leah Morris, as you heard, in concert. She will be here. Yay. She's a very talented person. She will be here Friday night at 7, and they are bringing up a video. Let me know. Are you ready to start it over? Let's go ahead and watch this.
Just as you are without changing a thing, just as you are, I accept you. I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in just as you are, just as you are, just as you are without changing a thing, just as you are, I accept you. I see you, I hear you, I welcome you in just as you are, just as you are, just as you are without changing a thing, just as you are, just as you are, I accept, just as you are, I see you, I hear you, I welcome you, just as you are, just as you are.
I am sure. All 4 of them. So that is Friday night, the 9th, and that is at 7 p.m. here. The next day, she's going to lead a pop-up community choir event for everyone to participate. That means everyone here will get to sing with her in some of these fun, the way she puts together the sounds. It'll be lovely. And that's on Saturday from 10 to 1. So please feel free to come and join us. You'll see that there is a price for Friday night is $20, Saturday is $35, but if you want to participate in the whole weekend, I believe it's $45. All right, thank you. And then on the next slide, Wednesday night. So I'm inviting all of you to join me in the social hall while we look at, talk about, and explore the subject of science, spirit, and the quantum field. Is anybody interested in what goes on out there? All right, so we're going to explore how our thoughts and our feelings affect this non-physical field and how that affects our reality. And we'll be talking about how it interacts with us in our science of mind belief. Here's an example. Imagine 2 particles that meet up on quantummatch.com. Right? They kind of like each other, and they get entangled. But what happens when a powerful force separates them by miles, and they can't communicate? How are they going to communicate? They don't have cell phones. So join us on Wednesday night and find out. Anyway, I think it'll be a fun conversation. I'm really looking forward to sharing some ideas and thoughts about that. Suzi, you're up next.
So you guys remember what we did in the month of April? We had all our little pots and we planted the seeds, right? But first what we did was we pulled the weeds out by the roots. And then we prepared the soil of our souls, not just the soil in the pot. And then we took these home, we planted the seeds, and we planted our own seeds of intention, and we tended them and affirmed them. And those seeds of intention are starting to sprout for most of you. Not for me yet. This is embarrassing. And Saturday, May 17th from 9 to noon, bring your potted flowers. RJ and Jeff and some others are going to prepare the soil in the front flower beds. And so we will then plant our potted flowers, and I will be providing lunch afterwards. So please bring your pots and your flowers back. You'll take the pots home as a souvenir of your visit, but you leave the flowers behind, and we're going to have this glorious, glorious, beautiful garden out there. It's a community garden of awakening that we've created together. And there's some news agency here in I was about to say Sarasota. Yeah, they're coming up from Sarasota to check it out. Actually, there's a news, television or radio or somebody is interested in it, so we might get on the news on the 17th. So wear your best gardening attire, all right? Be there, or I'm coming to your house after you, all right?
All right. Thank you, Reverend Suzi. Be sure and bring your flowers. Okay. Our board member of the day is Chaplain Judith Loniak. She will be in the Waterhouse Social Hall afterwards. And our practitioner of the day is Kate Grayson, Reverend Dr. Kate Grayson. She'll be sharing our spiritual mind treatment shortly. And thank you, Amika Venturi, for holding High Watch. That's the spiritual energy that keeps our celebration in a high place. Thank you. I would like to invite David Salazar forward. He's going to share with us his experience of coming to the center and why this is a special and important place to him. Thank you, David.
Hey, are we on here? Hey, how y'all doing, man? First, I just want to say thank y'all for being here because, honestly, I don't think it's by accident. I came in here by what I like to share with people when they ask, how'd you get here? I said, I'm here by the law of resonance because I believe we all carry certain frequencies and vibrations. And I believe that y'all are all in resonant with this space of healing, of consciousness. We're all trying to move into a new period, in humanity. And I believe we're all taking part in that. So what the center is for me, right, is a place, it's actually my first experience of where I could experience communion on that conscious level of okay, we're all trying to grow. We're all trying to reach our potential. We want to see the best in each other. We want to believe in each other. And this is the first place that I experienced it on that degree and that level. So it's been a tremendous help in me growing as a person, as an individual. Helped me feel like I'm, somebody actually that is important, and we all are. We all are important. We all have a mission. We all have a purpose, and I believe through coming to places like this and places like this that are holding space for that development are very important in our society. So yeah, that's my experience here. There's so much fun things here though. Look at all the music. Yeah. Look, Suzi's a great musician. We got food. Y'all came on the best day, the first of the month. So yeah, keep coming back, man. Share this, share with us. Thank you.
Thank you, David. I think we're going to hear a lot more from David, don't you think? Oh, yeah. He's creating from the quantum field in the vibrational frequency. Yeah, that's how you do it, David. I think he's way ahead of us. There you go. All right. I'd like to thank everyone for their participation in our celebration today. I'd like to thank all those hearts, minds, and hands that put together everything that we do here, all of the fun, all of the celebration, and all of the special things that go on. As the candle has already been lit, this is our time to go within. The chakra bowls will align us, and the tingshes will call us to attention.
As I stand on this platform, resonating with the sound of the divine, I know that we are all here, we are all one. As I stand here in this beautiful sanctuary under these gorgeous blue skies and the sunlight outside, I know that energy, that space, is what unites us, is what brings us together as one. And I know that this spirit is in me, and I know that it is in each and every one of us. In that moment, here, now, we are one with each other. We are one with that wild, magnificent life that's outside of these walls. We are one here in spirit. And in that spirit, there is this health that resonates, as it resonates with the plants outside, as it resonates with the flowers we will plant soon, as it resonates in our hearts. We know that health resonates throughout our bodies, and we move with agility and grace on this graceful, loving planet. And in that grace is the love we have for each other and in our relationships, and the love that we take outside of these walls, knowing that everyone we come in contact with feels that vibrational energy that we have created here in this moment. And in that, there is total abundance. There is the abundance of sunshine and the rain and those blue skies with the light clouds, and that brings us home to ourselves, where we know financial abundance, abundance of love, abundance of caring and concern, and we know we are one with each other, that we are here together. And that spark, that internal spark of creativity that rides within each one of us, rises up and shares that love with the world through our music, through our art, through our love, through our treatments, through every word we say to each other. We are the divine walking on this planet, and we are knowing the truth, and I am so grateful for this. I'm grateful for my life, my friends, my family. I'm grateful for CSLA. I'm grateful for everything that I have and everything I am about to receive, because I know that that is the intent of the law. And as I release these words into the law, knowing that everything we desire, everything we claim that is ours, because we are the word of the divine. And as I speak these words together, we say, and so it is.
To be a healer for all humanity. I am called to be a dreamer, believe in what can be. I am called to be a maker, be an instrument of peace. I am called to be a giver, of abundance I receive. I am called to be a prayer, living out the truth I seek. I am called to be everything I am called to be. Called to be the glory here on earth to all the sun. All the love and beauty that shines in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We're called to be. I am called to be a mother, to nurture family.
You're called to be a brother, be strength in times of need.
You are called to be a neighbor, see a friend in all you meet.
You are called to be a leader, to build community.
You are called to be a friend, living out the truth you seek.
You are called to be everything. You are called to be.
Called to be the glory here on earth so all might see. All the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. You are the living, breathing God. You are one in me. We are called to be. We are called to be the kindness, set the broken-hearted free. We are called to be forgiveness, where pain has run too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make communion, only then can we succeed. We are called to be a prayer, living out the truth we seek. We are called to be everything. We are called to be. Called to be the glory here on earth so all might see. All the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. You are the living, breathing God. You are one in me. We are called to be. We're called to be. We are called to be.
Wow. Pretty cool, huh? Look how many one voices there are. Woo! Give them a little more love. Come on. So I'm going to, before I start my talk, I'm going to ask Reverend Dr. Kate to come back up here with me. Where'd she go? There she is. Because I want to talk about inner intention creating our outer manifestation. And we want to honor a bunch of folks that did precisely that. Dr. Kate taught a spiritual economics class, and we have manifested the certificates. So when I call your name, come on up here. And more importantly, I want to say, what was it I wanted to say? Hang on, I wrote myself a note. Here it is. First of all, every one of our classes, one of the things we do is we practice a game called expected income from unexpected sources. And the money that then they tithe on those things. And then that money goes into our work study program so that no one ever is turned away from taking a class. We always have money to supplement that. So this class, I want to tell you, their consciousness attracted $7,888 of unexpected or income from unexpected sources. And so they tithe $788.82 to our work study program. And the people that did that, Kate, why don't you read the names and call them up here?
Brazil.
Oh, I'll hand it.
I don't have to yell. Hello? Nine. I can yell.
There you go.
Okay. I yell all the time. Blair Brooks. Woo!
I'm going to hand
This
them
is
to you.
awkward.
It is awkward.
I should have left my mic on, huh?
Vivian's not here.
Okay, Patricia Doberkey. Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah.
There you go. All right. She's not here. She's not here. I'm going
Karen Corp, not here. B. Lothrop.
There she is.
Actually, I want to hug them because I was the teacher. Here, you announce them.
Okay, I'll
I get to
announce
give
them.
it to
She's
them.
not here.
She's not here. Rita, Shauna,
Not here.
no. Brian, yes. Brian Moore. Greg Peterson, no. Jeff Sutherland.
Where is it?
I know
I
he's
know.
here.
Vivian Bouillon is not here. Margaret Guerin is not here. Karen Corp not here. They'll be here. They'll be here. But they did it. They manifested.
Awesome. It was an awesome class. It really, really was. And we had wonderful discussions. And I hope that you take classes with us because there's nothing more inspirational than listening to someone else have a realization and just click. And I love it. I love it. And I'm teaching a class right now that's called Roots. It's about the history of the Centers for Spiritual Living and Science Mind. And you can still take it. It's a great class. Sign-up sheets out there, or you can talk to me. Thank you, Suzi.
Absolutely. Thank you for here. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for teaching that class, and thank you all for taking it. Good on you. That's what we do here. That's what David was talking about, that we grow. We come here to grow and to deepen and become more of who we truly are and to be the expression of that. And we make the world a better place as a result of that, just like David was saying. Then we all start resonating and vibrating to the frequency of the Most High. That's why we're here, to get high. I know that about you. So let's do what we normally do at this time, and let's recite our community core value affirmation together. You ready? We practice conscious creation by embracing Spirit's inner guidance to intentionally co-create our outer experience of life, individually and collectively. So ancient wisdom and new thought and quantum physics all teach that consciousness is cause. Our consciousness, our mind, creates our outer experience of life. We're very powerful, more powerful than most of us realize sometimes. Embrace the principle of mastering inner dialogue, your thoughts, your feelings, in order to enjoy freedom from limitations of every nature, and to really develop that inner knowing in order to have a life filled with bliss. Sound good? Then why aren't you doing it? Maybe you are. Some of you are, right? Who's doing it? If your hand isn't up, stay after school. So all of this requires connection and alignment in oneness with the infinite spirit. The fact is, we are always in connection and alignment with the one infinite spirit, but we're the ones who forget sometimes. I remember one time I was having a really low point in my life, and I remember throwing a minor fit. Wasn't that minor? And I remember yelling at God, saying, "Why have you abandoned me?" And in that moment, when I got my rant out, I realized that God had not abandoned me, I had abandoned God. And once I had that revelation, then I could do what it took to get myself back into alignment, back into oneness. And guess what? Things began to change tremendously like that. Sometimes that's all it takes, is that reminder to ourselves. Because many of us are not really spending a whole lot of time being fully present, and we're disconnected and out of alignment. You know, when your car gets out of alignment and it's, you know, you're having to struggle to drive it, you take it and get it aligned. You should do the same thing for yourself, right? Get back into alignment. Get back into alignment in that oneness, in the truth of your being. You know, we get distracted by things like our ego, looking good, you know, looking acceptable, ego, edging God out, instead of doing the deep dive to have that deep inner dialogue with Spirit. You know, as a tiny kid, I remember all my other little friends had imaginary friends. Maybe they imagined me, I don't know. But anyway, they had imaginary friends that were like cowboys or, you know, whatever, superheroes. My not-so-imaginary friend was God. I imagined that God and I walked around hand in hand. And I think that's a pretty good imaginary friend to have. Only it turned out it wasn't imaginary, that Spirit really is my best friend. And so having that dialogue, I was constantly having the dialogue with Spirit, even though I was raised Catholic, and I was told that you couldn't have that conversation with God. You had to go through the priest. And I was like, wow, I wonder if they know they're wrong. You know, it's a little scary when adults tell you stuff that you know is wrong, you know, but if you're smart, you keep your mouth shut at that point. So one of the best ways that I know, particularly in adulthood, to get back into alignment, back in that dialogue with Spirit is through spiritual practices, because they really open up that dialogue not only with Spirit, but with our own true nature and with our own power of creation. You know, we plant and tend seeds of inspiration in the soil of our own soul, just like we did with all these cute little pots. We planted seeds of intention. You know, this is, in case you missed this was just a metaphor for planting the seeds of intention in your soul. And gives us a visible thing to say, oh, if I can do that, I can do this as well. So we tend those seeds. And the other thing to bear in mind, though, is that sometimes creation and transformation and growth is messy. You notice that sometimes it's messy. And so one of my favorite philosophers, unknown, said this. I'm going to just start claiming all the anonymous stuff and say that I said it. You'll think I'm brilliant. Here's what unknown said. For a seed to achieve its greatest expression, it must come completely undone. The shell cracks, its insides come out, and everything changes. To someone who doesn't understand growth, it would look like complete destruction, when in fact, it's opening us up. We sometimes must break down to break through and to open us up to conscious intention, to answer the call of that conscious intention. Intention gives direction, and affirmation gives energy to manifest possibilities. That deep inner dialogue with Spirit reveals the fire of our own soul and of our own intentions, and it attracts every kind of support that we need from the universe and from Spirit that is needed to fulfill it. So we're already being supported even before we're clear. We're being supported. And the more clear we become, the more that support is attracted to us. My inner dialogue reflects the fire of my soul and sets the energy of my intentions and affirmations in motion into manifestation. Yours truly. I did say that one. That's not anonymous. And today I had a manifestation this morning. I was thinking about our dear Devon this morning, this very morning, and I walked in, and there she was. My manifestation of the day. Thank you so much. Yeah, pretty good, huh? We love instant manifestation. Now, inner dialogue does reflect the fire of inspiration in our soul. And so I'm going to invite us to briefly practice mastering affirmative inner dialogue. Would you show the next slide, please? So I'm going to ask you to recite these affirmations with me. Let's start with the first one. I am centered in spirit and at peace. Next, I am one with all life. And the last one, I am intoxicated with love for all creation. So, create some of those kinds of affirmations for yourself and have that be your inner dialogue. And if you are at a loss for some affirmations, we have a whole bunch of them in the basket in the lobby. Take some of those home with you and practice that. Practice having that inner dialogue that moves you forward. Because we're all here to give form and expression to spirit in human experience. We're here for that. To discover who we've come here to be and what we've come here to do out of that beingness. When we get conscious of our passion, and you're there. Okay, never mind. When we get conscious of our passion and our purpose, and each of us has one, where every single one of us is here on purpose, and there's a passion, that fire that burns in your soul to be released, to be fully expressed. And if you think you don't have it, see me later, because I will find it for you. I am an igniter of the soul's fire. I will see that fire in your soul, and I will ignite it for you, and I will blow on it to make it a blaze. All right? Deal? So you see me if you think you can't find it, because I will. I will. We can get direct intentions. We can get those from spirit, and then we direct those intentions and energies toward our own unique experience and expression of spirit. We get clear on the what of our intentions, and then we intensify them with our affirmations and attention. And our intentions weave our unique strands into the tapestry of the universe. We create a tapestry of the universe together. With each of our unique strands, we weave this. And our thoughts and our intentions move those creative forces of the universe into being. In quantum physics, we have the infinite wave of possibility, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, don't correct me if I'm wrong. Infinite wave of possibility, just kind of being there in the universe. And then we have an intention, and we collapse that infinite wave by our observation of it, by our thinking about it, by our interaction with it, by our intention. We collapse that wave of possibility into a particle, a particular experience in our lives. That's how powerful we are. By simply observing the universe, we change it. We make manifestation of it. And then, when we're done having that excitement, we go, poof, and it goes back into the infinite wave of possibility until we collapse another particular experience. It's the same thing we do with this symbol. It's the descent of spirit, the intention, the seed planted in the soil of our soul comes down into the soil, the soul, and into manifestation. And then back into the no-thingness from whence it came. And it's as simple as that. Right? So it is. Our intentional thoughts and words and deeds bring a blessing to the world. That's why we're here. We've been blessed to be in this world, and we are the blessing of this world. Each one of us, all of us together. Authentic beingness is the birth of our intentional doingness, from beingness to doingness. Lao Tzu taught, the way to do is to be. Frank Sinatra said, doobie doobie doo. He had it wrong. The way to do is to be. It's be do be do be. Could you guys do that? Be do be do be do be do be. Yeah. Okay. I'm amusing myself. I don't know how I'm doing with you, but at any rate. The way to do is to be. It sounds kind of like Yoda from Star Wars, doesn't it? Yeah. I think I actually got too much sleep last night. Last week I got too little, this week too much. When we get clear of the what of our intention and it becomes fixed in our mind and soul, and we partner with Spirit, then Spirit unfolds the unlimited how of our what into manifestation. So it's a partnership to move things into manifestation. We detach from specific outcomes because Spirit may have a bigger idea than we do. So we detach from specific outcomes and we focus on the qualities of experience that we want to have. The qualities of experience, that's what we want. We don't rarely want the thing itself. We want the experience we believe that thing will bring. Be awake and receptive to opportunities and synchronicities that are happening all around you. Embrace them and then act upon them. Act upon them. There's stuff going on around us, possibilities surrounding us all the time, and we miss them because we're not present. Be present. Because ultimately, I believe that every action becomes a sacred act and a spiritual experience. Every bit of it. Because we are one with Spirit, and we are Spirit expressing. That's the truth. The key to manifesting our intentions is embracing our inner guidance and partnering with Spirit. Of myself alone, I can do nothing. Be still and know that with God, all things are possible. Living in this truth is making a quantum leap from impossible to possible. We break old patterns of thought and feeling and belief and behavior, and we break free of faith in the impossible, and we dream the impossible dream. Dream the impossible dream. That's a great song, but more importantly, it's great advice. Dream the impossible dream, and it will come true through you. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, encouraged us, change your thinking and change your life. Change your thinking and change your life. Dream that impossible dream and call it forward. It will change your life, and you will change life. Change to the frequency of Spirit. Vibrate and resonate to the vibration of the Most High. Yeah, there's no better high than that, I know, because I've tried them all in a former life. I believe that Spirit wants all of our dreams to come true as we find our own place in creation, in the creative process. I believe Spirit wants us to dream the impossible dream and to bring it forward, not only into our own lives, but to share it with everyone else. To dream the impossible dream and bring it forward. Spirit wants that from us. In order for that to happen, we must learn to listen with our souls. Listen deeply with your soul. And know as Spirit knows, beyond all rational evidence, just know with faith. St. Paul taught, creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the sons and daughters of God. Paul left out the daughters because he had issues with women, but I'm helping him to get over that. So creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the sons and daughters of God. And he who begins a great work in you will fulfill it and complete it through you. That's why you're here. Otherwise, give that to somebody else. If something comes to you, allow it to come through you. You've been tapped. Imagine a world for a moment. Just take a moment and imagine a world where each and every one of us truly partners with Spirit in creating heaven on earth. Imagine that for just a moment. There's a statue of Jesus in a park in San Diego. And this man was walking in the park and walked by the statue, and he noticed that the statue was all kind of dirty and a little bit banged up, and there was graffiti on it. And he thought, well, that's sad. And then a couple days later, he's walking by again, and he noticed that there's even more graffiti, and there's some chips and things in the statue. And he thought, well, that's even more sad. And a couple days later, he's walking by again, and he notices that somebody had broken off both hands of Jesus. And so he went home, and he came back with a sign on a string, and he put the sign around Jesus' neck. And the sign read, "I have no hands but yours." We are Spirit's hands and feet and voice on earth. We are Spirit expressing. Make it count. Make it count for good. I believe that I am one with Spirit within and all around me. That Spirit is the one in whom I live and move and have my being. I totally believe that. I think I've believed it since I was a little wee one. And I know, too, and I fully believe that this is the truth for each and every single one of us. And we forget it so often and so easily. Don't go back to sleep. Don't forget who you truly are. The world is waiting for you to embrace and embody that truth and live it. I think one of our life tasks is to be as present to Spirit as Spirit is to us. And part of that being present to Spirit is to be present to one another, because guess what? What if God was one of us? Revelation, God is each and every one of us. So be present to the Spirit that you're with in any given moment. What was the Crosby, Stills, and Nash? Love the one you're with. Turns out that was pretty good advice. I'm not sure that's exactly what they had in mind, but love the one you're with. Be present to the one you're with. Be present to Spirit in each person. Be present to Spirit, because Spirit is present to us. It's a good vibration. Love the one you're with, right? It's a musical Sunday, apparently. Move yourself to the level of soul, the soul that knows the dimensions of Spirit within and all around us. The soul's knowing really informs and renews our mind, our soul. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, and your life will change for the better, powerfully. What appears impossible in the human dimension is possible in Spirit. And with faith, impossible transmutes to I'm possible. There is no impossible. I'm possible. And as we release those old patterns and habits and beliefs, we open up to brand new possibilities. We begin to see those possibilities and embrace them. The invitation is to release the past and to move into the mystery of present moment creation. Because, here's the deal, guys. The only power we have is in the present moment. We have no power in the past, and we really don't have power in the future. The only power we have is in the present moment. So open your present. Open it up. Be there. Be there or be empty-handed. That's how it's going to be. So open up to the messages from Spirit in that field of infinite possibility. As Rumi said, there is a field out beyond right and wrong. I will meet you there in that field of infinite possibility. Meet Spirit there. Meet Spirit there. This is the creative quantum leap. Become a possibilitarian where I'm possible. Each one of us is. Open to those new possibilities and move into the freedom of your very own unique and creative response to each of those possibilities that present themselves to you. We invoke the power of I am creation. I, inspired intention. A, attention and affirmation, and M, moving into manifestation. I am. I'm possible. This is the dance of creation, and it's truly a dance with the divine beloved spirit. And so I'm going to invite us to just briefly embrace and affirm that with spirit, all things are possible. And imagine dancing with the divine right now. If you'll go to the next slide, please. If you'll say these with me. I am dancing with the divine. I am in harmony with the universe. I am blessed and a blessing to the world. Breathe that in and let it fill your heart space and your soul. And as you breathe out, share it with all the world. Blessings on your journey of moving inner intention into outer manifestation, and begin by dancing with the divine beloved spirit. And together we say, and so it is.
When I'm looking at myself, I see 1,000 perspectives of me. Everyone is showing me a side of myself that I can't see. I'm wide awake now, I'm free of the doubt, don't wanna look down. And if I fall out, I lay on the ground and look to the clouds. It's like I got brand new eyes and I can finally see what has always been right there in front of me. And with these brand new eyes, I'll take in everything and I will finally see me. I can finally see, I can finally see it. I can finally see, I can finally see it. Couldn't let the world decide all of the things that I can or can't do. What if I had taken all the things that broke me and made them my truth? I'm wide awake now, I'm free of the doubt, don't wanna look down. And if I fall out, I lay on the ground and look to the clouds. It's like I got brand new eyes and I can finally see what has always been there right in front of me. And with these broken eyes, I'm taking everything and I will finally see me. I can finally see, I can finally see it. I can finally see, I can finally see it.
Brand new eyes, I see the possibility. And well, okay, I'm out of control. Woo! Give us some love. Woo! Very cool, very cool. So, This is our opportunity to know that with brand new eyes that there's an abundance of every nature before us, an abundance of possibilities, abundance of creativity, abundance of health, of wealth, of well-being, abundance of everything good. And so we're here to celebrate that because we know that that goodness, that abundance flows to us, through us, is magnified, and flows back out again to bless others. So I invite our prosperity acceptors to come forward. And I'll invite each of you to take your gift. If you're putting something in the basket, great. If you've already sent it in or you're waving your hand over the basket in blessing, take your gift close to your heart right now and infuse it with all the qualities of spirit that most resonate with your soul. Love, harmony, prosperity, abundance, health, well-being, energy, vitality, presence, peace, whatever it may be. And know that your resonance will magnify the gift to go on and bless others. And so, see, look at all these that came already. Look, big, ooh, this was $1 gazillion right in there. There we go, and there we go. And let's say our affirmation together. The money I have, the money I receive, the money I give is a demonstration of my divine presence and love in action. Wow, even this one basket is heavy. Wow. So let's give thanks. Let's give thanks for the abundance and prosperity that's come to each one of us and that moves through us to bless us and then moves on to bless others. We are grateful for this divine circulation of prosperity and abundance. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you very much. And so, do we have anyone here visiting with us for the first time? Anyone here for the first time? We have, yes, we have two folks visiting. Yay. Our greeters are coming to you with a little blue card. It's a welcome card. We would love if you would fill that out. And what we do with that is we just welcome you, and we will keep you informed of other things that we do. As you can tell from some of the announcements that we do lots of other things besides what happens here on Sunday morning, lots of really cool stuff. So we want you not to miss out. And so that's what we do with that information, all right? And we're very glad to have you with us. And those of you who are new to us on the live stream as well, and we hope to see you in person. In fact, one of the people watched us on the live stream and then came in person today. So you too can do that. That's great. We love that. Also, we have a tradition here that we honor children, whether we have children actually physically in the sanctuary or not. We know that there's a child inside every single one of you. There are children all over the world. And so Norma wrote a letter to God and said, "Did you mean for Giraffe to look like that, or was it an accident?" There's Norma trying to help God out a little bit and say, "Yeah, I don't know if this works so well." You might want to rethink that. I've had that conversation with God a couple times, and to no avail. So you might want to rethink that. Anyway, the wisdom of children. Let's bless children everywhere. You ready? We love you, we bless you, and we know you are divine. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay. I also want to, before we get too far along, I want to remind you that today we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, so there's lots of yummy food in there, so please stay, lots of food in there. Please stay and eat and fellowship with one another, spend some time getting to know each other. And I'm going to now call our prayer practitioners forward, and as they're coming forward, I want to let you know that on June 7th, the practitioners will be doing what we call spiritual tune-ups. You can sign up in the social hall to have a private appointment. It's a shorter than usual, not as short as what you're going to get today, but these guys are here and available to you for what we call a 1-minute miracle. So you can come up after the celebration, and they will know a greater possibility of manifestation in your life with and for you. But the spiritual tune-ups, again, June 7th, that's a Saturday, you can sign up, and they'll spend about 15 to 20 minutes with you, giving you an idea of what a practitioner session is like. Because these folks have studied for a number of years to become proficient at affirmative prayer, of knowing the truth with and for you for greater possibilities in your life. So sign up for one of the tune-ups. It's a very, very powerful experience, and you'll get a much better idea of what the power of prayer can do with and for you. So let's thank these folks for their service. And once again, the final good word is inner intention. A clear inner intention creates a perfect outer manifestation in partnership with Spirit. We are one with Spirit. Be conscious of that and live from that place. That's the good word. And if you will do our final, or actually it's our first May affirmation. You ready? I experience oneness with Spirit as I am. Intention, affirmation, manifestation. And so it is. All right, let's sing ourselves out of here to Cinco de Mayo.
Love, will you guide my feet? Love, would you light my path? Love, lead the way. Love, will you fill my needs? Love, will you do the math? Love, lead the way.
Lead the way.
Lead the way. Lead the way.
Lead the way.
Lead the way.
Lead the way. And I walk
With trust today.
trust today.
In all I do.
All I do. All I do.
In all I say.
All I say.
All I say. I'll follow. Love, lead the way. Love, will you guide my feet? Love, would you right.